Yeah, we've tried it if we really believed it. But what is believing grace? The Greek word for believing is a very strong word. Pisteuo. It means not just believing. It means not just intellectual acceptance. It doesn't mean believing in that sense. It means believing in the sense of relying on it. Believing in relying on. That's what believing, leaning on the everlasting mountain. That you trust yourself to grace. What is your plan for your retirement? What is your plan for tomorrow? What is your plan for your happiness? You say, well, I have a plan for my life. I'm going to make myself happy by doing this, this, and this. Or you're leaning on grace, relying on grace. Grace can make a better life for you than you can yourself. Now we try to do both. Say, well, yes, I'm relying on God's grace, but God's given me a mind and I'm supposed to use it. Yes, that's true. But you know, and He knows, because He knows the thoughts and intents of your heart. He knows when you're leaning on yourself because you know, why do you trust Him? And He knows when you're leaning on yourself because He's told you to do that. But He's given you these things and use them. Believing grace means relying on grace. It means leaning on grace. And that brings us to the last point, point 7. Who's happy if we're on point 7? And that is enjoying grace. When you're floating, it's nice. I mean, it's nice. And I've done it sometimes. I don't do it all the time. I'm preaching to myself, as I always do, not just down my nose to you. The more you believe in the grace, the more you rely on the grace, the more you are enjoying the grace. How many of you have had that experience? I think most of you have that experience of some kind. Yes, good, that's great. Well, now you're an evangelist. Tell people that. See, that's what they need to hear. See, I've been in a place in my life where it was a choice. I'd either rely on my own judgment or what people were telling me, or on